We are optimistic about the growth of FM sector in the Middle East. The growth is driven from different sector, and although the challenges do remain, wherever there is a challenge, we see there is an opportunity to improve and do better. Real estate continue to be growth in Middle East, especially in UAE and Saudi. It is continued, the investment in infrastructure project, and there is a credibility of increasing credibility in automation, building automation, and energy sector will be the key driver for FM sector. You take tourism now. After pandemic, the travel restriction continue to ease, and we see there is a positive impact in hospitality sector. That will definitely give a knock-on effect on FM growth. Where there is a growth, there is a requirement for people. Retention of existing people, availability of resources is going to be a challenge for FM operations. All the FM companies going to focus on this, especially to retain their staff and train them and make sure they are available for the future projects. Technology is also going to be important, because everybody is looking for cost efficiency. That is also a challenge. We cannot, the company who not embracing this technology, IoT or AI technology or smart technology, there is a risk left behind. Yeah, technology played a major role during the pandemic. If we see people working, remote working, and then people try to avoid face-to-face interaction. All these things happen. In Emrill, we always have technician companion app. We have energy efficiency app. We have mobility app and sensoring, remote monitoring. This helped a lot. Not only that, the technology has empower staff and give the confidence to my client. They more proactive than reactive. The technology, people are wanted to just go for technology for the sake of it. But if the people are not using the technology, it is not going to give any value. And one more thing we should remember, the technology is not going to replace the experienced staff. That is very, very important, because the people are very, very important here. The technology definitely going to add value and bring efficiency, but we need to use properly. We cannot recommend to our client the technology which is not giving benefit to our client. The technology is available everywhere. And what you are going to recommend, which is going to add value, because the capital investment is also involved in that. For the short-term contract, you cannot just like that, go and do that. There is a risk involved. If it is a long-term contract, this is definitely there is a chance for getting benefit out of it. People talk a lot about innovations, okay, and wherever you go, people talk. Very often people talk about this as a big thing. However, innovation can bring or change the way we deliver the services little bit. And definitely we are seeing many trends are available now, and there are some critical trend available in the horizon. But the CAFM system, we foresee many things is coming. We can just bolt onto our existing CAFM system. It has a tremendous scope to expand. But however, this CAFM system, if you see 20 years back, the CAFM system is available. Still we are not using to full. Many buildings, the CAFM systems are not implemented in the old buildings. Some of the new building, it is not fully utilized. This is continue to be the trend for another 20 years, according to me. And also, I can see there is appetite for IoT, robotic and AI technology, all these things. Yes, this is also be a trend. Today, now in UAE, everybody talk about sustainability. That is also the trend. So all this thing is definitely evolving. And data, big data, that is important. What you are going to do with this data? You are collecting, you have all this technology. Are the scientists centrally in Emrill, we have a scientist sitting in the our center of excellence, going through all this data, analyze this data and give the feedback to our site, different sites, how to bring the efficiency to the client, how to do the troubleshooting kind of thing. That is what required. Collecting the data and leave it is not going to add any value to anybody. Say in UAE, the main driver is itself the region itself. Yeah, and the government has ambition in innovation, technology, and sustainability. And we are almost braced everything, like in finance, education, technology, healthcare, and aviation hub. Everything is done. But it is left to the FM service provider will make sure how they are going to do or deliver world-class services for the client. Everything real estate. Then you can see tourism. And then the ease of traveling restriction. Then again, purchasing power. Awareness to the client. These are the main drivers actually. See, the main thing is that the first mindset of people itself is the challenge, for the manpower. So the thing is that if you give right training and you empower your team and you have engaged with your team, these are the main thing. And also, if you have a right team who know what is their job and how to deliver the job safely, that team will be stay with you for long. So mainly, you need to invest on training and their development program. And we need to tell them when you join this company, where you are going to be after 5 years. There should be a training development program for each and every one. Identify the right candidate and tell them. And not only that, you have to give work-life balance. People will be happy end of the day. Right, I'm there, I'm working, but my life is also balanced. In our head office, for example, I proudly say that we always give people flexible timing to go and do remote working from home. And they achieved, definitely whatever we expected from them, they never failed. So this kind of thing will definitely motivate your staff and they will stay with you. And internal promotions. In Emrill, everything we try to do it internal promotion. If we are not find the right talent, then only we'll go outside. This is also one of the drive for this.